Hello everybody, let's make another one of these SQL challenges. Today we're gonna do new companies. Embers Conglomerate Corporation just acquired some new companies. Each of the companies follows this hierarchy: founder, lead manager, senior manager, manager, employee. Given the table schemas below, write a query to print the company code, founder name, total number of lead managers, total number of senior managers, total number of managers, and total number of employees. Order your output by scanning company code. Note, the table may contain duplicate records. The company code is string, so the sorting should not be numeric. For example, if the company codes are C1, C2, and C10, then the scanning company codes will be C1, C10, and C2. Okay, let's try to get the most important informations already in the notepad. Make this one a bit smaller. So first, what do we want to output? Write a query to print the company code, founder name. So let's write output, company code, founder name, total number of lead managers, total number of senior managers, total number of employees, after the hierarchy that we see here in this picture. Order your output by scanning company code. Condition: order by company code. Tables may contain duplicate records. If we get duplicate records, so we take the note, may contain duplicates. Solution for duplicates will be to get unique records out, because we don't want the duplicates. And to get unique records, we have to use distinct. How I use that, you will see later in the code. The company code is string, so the sorting should not be numeric. For example, if the company codes are C1, C2, and C10, then the ascending company codes will be C1, C10, and C2. So the order should be order, like C1, C10, C2, which is a bit counterintuitive because you would think that the order will be C1, C2, C3, and so on. Okay. Input format. The following tables contain company data. Company. The company code is the code of the company, and founder is the founder of the company. Okay. Company code and founder. Lead manager. The lead manager code is the code of the lead manager, and the company code is the code of the working company. Senior manager. The senior manager code is the code of the senior manager. The lead manager code is the code of its lead manager, and the company code is the code of the working company. Okay, so we can follow the hierarchy from company code and the founder to the lead manager to the senior manager, and here to the employee right here. And here we have the normal manager. Okay. Founder, lead manager, senior manager, manager, employee. So let's see the sample. We have the founders, Monica and Samantha. And here is the output that they are getting. So what do we want? Company code, founder name, total number of lead managers, senior managers, and employees. Okay. So you could think that you could just get like select founder. No, select company code, founder, total number of lead managers, lead manager code. Let's get lead manager code. Senior manager code. So let's first just get all the columns that we need. And total number of employees, so we need the employee code. We want to get this from, so let's get this from this table, company. Company code, founder, manager code, senior manager code, employee code from company. So the company only has the company code and the founder, and we also want the lead manager code, the senior manager code, and the employee code. So we want to get the from company, the company code and the founder name, and then we make a left join. We cannot get everything from company. That's why we have to also get the employee table. Left join employee E company C on E dot, what can we join them? The company code. Company code equals C dot company code. Let's run this code. Ambiguous column name company code. Okay. We get this from the C dot company code. So here we have a company code column. That company code is both in the table company and in the table employee. So you have to specify with the C, because we named it as C, the company. You have to specify C dot company code. So you get the right, so you get one of them, because SQL doesn't know which column from which table it should get put out here. Now we got a result. And now let's order this. Order by company code ascending. So, and let's company code ascending. Yes, that is true. And we only want to get unique values. What we have to do, first we have to also do a count because we want the total number. And then we also have lead manager, senior manager, employee. There is one missing, and that is the manager. Let's see, we had somebody else here. Senior manager, manager, total number of employees, total number of managers. So he comes between the senior manager and the employee. Manager code. So we want to get a total number, and then we have to make a count, and we don't want duplicates values, and then we make a distinct from the lead manager code. Now we make a count distinct the senior manager code, count distinct from the manager code. We do a count distinct from the employee code. Whenever you do count or sum or average or any aggregation function, and you're not just giving out one column, like you're just giving out count distinct lead manager code, but you're also giving out other columns that are not aggregated, then you have to group the results. And how do you group them? You group them by the columns that you don't aggregate, because you want to count that for each founder and company code. That's how you want to count them. And then you have to also group them by these columns. Group by c.company code and by the founder. And there we have the result. So we already have the right result. We already got the problem solved, but the problem is not really solved. It is working out here, but it should not work out actually for all cases. I'm just making this pretty here. So we have the one river line. So we got the congratulation, we have passed the sample test case and everything is fine. Why is this still not the right solution? It is still not the right solution because what we actually should do is we should join from the company table over the lead manager, over the senior manager, over the manager table into the employee table. Because now we are joining, we're skipping all these tables, the table senior manager, this table manager, and we're just joining the lead manager table with the employee table. So we are assuming that we get in every row between. So why should we not get the right solution? If we look at the sample and we would just join the above table, the company table, if we just join the company table here with the founder, with the employee table, in this example with Monica and Samantha, then we would have in this employee table SM1 and SM3. But here, in between, in the senior manager table, you can see SM1, SM2, and SM3. And this SM2 row is not in the final employee table. Now, how could that happen? That is because in the employee table, you get one row for every employee, and you get the employee codes and the employee's manager and the manager, senior manager, and his lead manager, and then comes the founder, or the company code in this case, which is the same row as row number as also the founder. There's one company code for every founder. And the SM2 is not here because the SM2, the senior manager, is not leading any manager. And because he has no manager, this manager is also not leading any employees because there is no manager. He's a senior manager, but he does not have anybody below his hierarchy. Maybe he's just a project consultant or whatever you can think of. And that is why you would actually not get the right solution in this case. And you would have to join from company over lead manager, over senior manager, over employee. So you are sure that you get all the people in the hierarchy in the end as a result, and you don't miss any of them that they might not have anyone below them. So how would that look like if you would do it right? So there are a couple things that we already did good. We can group this by company code founder, that is fine. The order by company code scanning is also working good. It's how we wanted. The left join employee on a company on employee. That's not how we will do it. So how would we do it so we would get it right? Even if there will be a case like here now. Now we got the congratulations and we got it right because there is not this case. But actually you would miss rows if you will solve it like that in a real case. So how do we do it? We make the left join from the company to the next table, to the next person below the founder, and it will be the lead manager. So we have to join the lead manager table. Left join lead manager, and how I would advise you is if you have lead manager, you make it an alias LM. If you have the company, you make alias C, employee E, and so on. So you make lead manager LM on. Now you should say what you join on. LM dot, and it will be the company code. Because you have in both tables the company code, and it's also unique for both tables. So that's a good way to join these tables. Company code equals C dot company code. So now we have the lead manager in here, and we count the distinct lead manager code, and therefore we use also the lead manager table. So we take it from, now we say which table we want it from LM table, the lead manager table, dot lead manager code. Okay, so now we joined the company table with the lead manager. Now we go next to the hierarchy from the lead manager to the senior manager. So how do we do it? How do we represent that in our SQL? We make a left join senior manager table. Senior manager table is called senior manager. Now we make it an alias SM, not what you're thinking, but senior manager. And you make on SM dot. And now what do we want to join it by? We have the lead manager code here, the company code. We also have the lead manager code here. So we want to join it on the lead manager. So we get we get all the senior manager for any lead manager that will be in the above table here. And because we also have the lead manager here, we join it on the lead manager code. lead manager code equals, now we have to join the lead manager table, lm dot lead manager code. That's why it's important that you get the lead manager code also from the lead manager table and not from the senior manager table, which you could also get because it also has a lead manager code, but you will not be sure that you get every lead manager. That's why you have to get it, the lead manager code from the lead manager. Now we joined the senior manager and we can get the senior manager code from the senior manager table. That's why we put SM in front of senior manager code. Next one up is the manager code. So you already know what we have to do. We have to join the manager table. We have a manager table, simply called manager. Let's do a left join on the manager table, M on, and the manager table. What can we join here? We probably take the senior manager code because we have it above here. And we are sure that we have for every manager, we have a senior manager. There's not a null in the senior manager. Everyone has a supervisor, but not everyone that is a supervisor has one below. We have the manager M on, which is, by the way, also an assumption that I'm putting here, that every manager has a senior manager. That could also be that some people do not have a supervisor. In that case, you would have to deal with that. But now we are assuming that every manager has a supervisor. Manager M on M dot. What did we say? We wanted to join on the senior manager code. So we take senior manager code equals. Now we take the other table. Which one did we wanted to join? The senior manager table. Yes, sm dot senior manager. You know, we got this one. And by the way, we also have to get the manager now from the manager table. So we write m dot manager code. Now let's get the last one, the employee. How do we join the employee? We join the employee table over the manager table. Always from the table above. So left join. By the way, we take the left join so that we always keep every row from the table before in the manager table. So if you're doing a left join, you always keep the left side of the join. So in the left join manager, you always keep all the rows from the manager if you join it on the senior manager code. Even if you have like a senior manager code in the senior manager table that you don't have in the manager, then you will always keep the manager rows. We make a left join. Now what do we want to get now? We want to get the employee table. Employee on what do we want to join? We want to join on the manager. E dot manager code equals m dot manager code. Now this left join doesn't make sense. We don't need this anymore. So let's see if we get this one right now. Invalid column name, senior manager, line 11. Okay, let's see what's wrong here. Senior manager. Okay, we had to write senior manager code. We forgot one thing, employee code. We also want to get from the employee table, so we write e dot employee code. The employee code is not anywhere else, so we could also not write it, but it makes it more clearer if we write an e before. Now we are processing. Now, because we have to make 4 joins, it takes longer, but here we are. Now we also have the right solution, and we would also get the managers and the people in the hierarchy that have no one below them. So there you go. That's the solution.